Hello, everybody. It's Eliz-Sha from WisdomSeekers.net, and it's a very short interactive event. Nobody comes on. That's also fine. I just, I just had a couple of minutes, and I thought I should do something. So this is what I'm doing, and the energy since the Heaven's Cross has become. It's opening up a little bit. It's becoming a little bit more interesting. One of the things that the Cryon channel, which I do follow Cryon, I have for years, they stated that even though the energy is opening up, I think, no, it wasn't Cryon. It could have been Cryon. It doesn't matter. It was a channel. The energy is opening up from the fifth dimension. The light is streaming through, and it's going to cause a lot of disruption. Hi, Aaron. Oh, you're the first one on that I know of. And it is causing a lot of chaos in our lives because it's pure light. It's pure light. It's fifth dimensional light. It's light that is hard for third dimensional energy to deal with. So you will have noticed there's a lot of trauma drama going on in the world. The Ukraine, I keep seeing headlines that Russia is invading in full force. Hi, Maria. That Trump was indicted. The Tate brothers were released here in Canada. Bill C-11 was passed in the House. Still has to go through the Senate. But these are all lower third dimensional energies that people are dealing with. And so a lot of chaos is coming to the surface right now. A lot of people who are terrified of letting go, of being themselves. They're holding on with tooth and nail, and that would be the government people who indict a non-standing president. Or I'm not quite sure what's happening with the Tate brothers. I just found out. But I notice this with individuals that I know fairly well. They have a tremendous amount of strife in their life right now. And other people, they're doing fine. They're just sort of, well, something's released. I feel not great, but I'm growing. Things are getting better. And that's very important that we, as much as you possibly can, go with the flow. Go with the energy of the day, which with we can go with the energy or stay afloat. It will be much to our benefit to do that, honestly. And if we can't, if we sink, just know that all you have to do is go to the bottom, get up, or push yourself back up and get up again. It's not horrible that we fall off the razor's edge occasionally. It's something that is part of living in life. We don't learn when things are good. We learn when things are horrendous or bad. And that's the truth. And sometimes we have to get to the place where things are horrendous before we can move on. I actually saw a TikTok today that said it's better to have things really good or really bad, because then you're forced to do something when things are really bad. But if you have things that are not horrible but not good, you have a tendency to stay in that position when it would be better off if you moved out. And I see this a lot, honestly. And sadly, I do see this a lot. And so it's how we play the game. It's how I recommend that people be as authentic as they possibly can, because it's in the authenticity of who you are. And that doesn't mean you have to be a goody two-shoes. Being authentic is being who you really are. I have a very caustic sense of humor at times, not always, but sometimes I can be very caustic. That's who I am. That's my authentic self. And the other day, my daughter watched a horror movie. My daughter's really sensitive, and I knew when I started talking to her exactly what I was doing. And this horror movie was about the black-eyed children, which is based on facts. It's like if you go down to Adirondacks in the mountains, that's where you're going to find the black-eyed children, who are either from another dimension or demonic spawn, which I think the demonics come from a different dimension. And so she was already afraid, and I knew exactly what I was doing. And I said, whatever you do, don't open the door to them. And she goes, oh my gosh, they said that in the movie. And I did a few other little things because I knew exactly what I was doing. And my youngest daughter goes, Mom, you're effing with her. And I go, yeah, I am. The next day, I mitigated it, of course. I didn't hold on to it. I stopped. I sort of explained things to her that they wouldn't possibly be up in northern Canada and things like that. But that is who I am authentically. So I allow myself to be that authentically. I can be very kind and gracious. I can also be a really big biatch. And that's who I am. I don't sit on a lotus leaf going, oh, or om. I don't do that. I am who I am, and that's what I am. And that's what I recommend people be, who they are, the good, the bad, and sometimes the ugly. All right, let me go back.
You should also quickly add that it's not hard to screw with my older sister.
She's highly sensitive. That's true.
She, like, you bring up zombie sharks and she'll go, it's possible!
Because she thinks she's afraid that zombie sharks can walk on the ground because they're already dead. They don't need to stay on water.
But they don't have legs to move around, and they don't have anything to help them push their
We've had this argument with her for at least 20 years.
It is the funnest argument.
We do enjoy it. And she knows that she does know that we're teasing her, and she gets it back too.
Oh yeah.
But she's also a very kind, sweethearted human being, and we love her dearly. But our family dynamics are we tease each other.
It's how we show love.
Well, if we don't tease you, then we don't like you.
Like I said, it's how we show love.
Exactly. And we do tease. Anyhow, as Sal says, if a romantic reunion was possible between me and my ex,
It's
a
romantic reunion. She wrote if, but it's is impossible.
Okay, is that the first question?
Yeah.
Okay, is. Okay, I'm going to tell this is how it works. Yes, it's possible. The future is shaped like a V. The main future is right in front of you. And there's many sidetracks that we can take. Some are so far to the right or left that we're asking for major kimchi in our life. Yes, it's possible. Honestly, if he comes back to you after this length of time, the leaning to the sides are so strong that there's a very high possibility that it would not be what you imagined. In fact, it's a high possibility it would be exactly what you do not want. So don't wish for something like that. Wish for something brand new, fresh, and no history. And the answer, yes, it's possible. Do you want it is a different question. All right.
Technically, that's our only question right now.
Okay. No, Atari Avilo says good night. Oh, it's 2:40. Oh, wow. That's late.
Or is it early?
Well, it's late for me. It's early for you, I guess. No, here it's It's
I already answered it.
okay. Hey Tay Tay, hey Jennifer. That's it. So
That's it.
I see Estelle took her question out, hey. Oh well, sacre bleu, hey. And I
I've
can swear in
noticed-
3 languages.
You can swear in 4, but one of those languages is made up.
That's true. I'm very good at making up swear words when frustrated. But yeah, my ex is French Canadian, so I can swear in French, French, the Quebecois. I know a little bit of Spanish, so I can swear in Spanish. And I get all 3 English, French, and Spanish, and I can put it all in one sentence so nobody understands what I'm saying. And I do that quite well.
Tay Tay.
What'd she say?
I took my rabbit Rin to the vet yesterday for a checkup. They found a mass under his chin and his red and white blood cells were low. They said we will have to get it checked and put him on supportive care. Can you tell me the best way to approach this?
Supportive care. So his red and white blood cells are low. This is where Sadie should come in.
Mm-hmm.
Let me think. So he likes carrots, right? Raw carrots. I know it sounds like Bugs Bunny, but I saw red raw carrots, organic raw carrots. So would probably help him a lot. He's still pretty young. Rin's still pretty young. He's only a couple years old by now. Okay, this is what I'm getting. It's not to help your rabbit, but it might help your rabbit. The rabbit is taking on some of your stuff, Tay-Tay. And that's why he's having the mass under his chin and the red and white blood cells are low. Because that you can probably give him iron and immune support for, well, if you've got it for rabbit, I'm sure they have it for rabbits. But he is taking on your stuff, and our dog, not the ones we have now, because I told them not to do that at the beginning. But the dog we had before Jelly Bean used to do that all the time, and she unfortunately died very young. I think she was like 12 years old when she died, and she should have lived another 5 years because she took on our emotional crap. So talk to the rabbit, talk to Rin, say, don't do that, and lay down the law. That's what I had to do. I had to actually lay down the law with, her name was Bridget, or Joe, Bridget Jones, so we called her Joe. Well, thank you, Erin. So try that. Try that first. And I guess lots of fresh water, of course. Lots of, I see some kind of drops you can give the rabbit. I don't know what they are because I don't know much about rabbits. But I also saw the carrots, fresh, so that would be fresh produce, I guess, which I'm sure you do anyhow. Oh, you're going to Japan. That's so cool, Erin. My daughter, my eldest daughter, just came back from there with her fiance and her two children. They had a blast.
When it comes to,
yes, it will be a good trip.
When it comes to mom and bright things, it's very much, ooh, squirrel.
I do like if it's shiny and it's interesting, and sometimes also spirit will talk to me in the middle of my talking, and I'll go what, and I'll try to hear what they're saying and keep talking, and it doesn't work. I am not a
multitasker.
I do not multitask. But yes, you will have a blast. I can see you being very happy. I can see you being a little shocked when you go there because I think it's been a while since you've been there, and the dynamics, what you're expecting, it's not going to be exactly the same. It's not. I'm not talking about your family and this and that. I'm talking about the greater dynamics of Japan has switched, and you're going to notice it. But it's not something that will mess up your trip. But I do see you having a good time, but at the same time I see you thinking very very strongly about how things have shifted and changed, and how it is kind of affected the whole world has shifted and changed, and you will see it with greater clarity when you do this. What's there's temples there, temples and
Temples are where you pray to the gods, and no, shrines are where you pray
shrines.
to the gods.
Okay, that's it.
And temples are the cemeteries.
Okay, I see you going to shrines, and I at least one shrine that has a great deal of meaning for you, and you're going to find that it gives you a huge amount of peace in your heart when you do that. It is this very, I don't know what the offering is there, but you're going to be more than happy to give that offering, because it will be very, very special. Okay. And
Jumping back to Jennifer Schwab before you go jump ahead.
Yeah, I know, but I was going to do the
Okay.
paid one first.
Well,
I just see a lot of joy for you in this trip. So enjoy it and have a blast. And thank you for I don't even know when Easter is. I should maybe Google it and find out, huh?
It's sometime next month.
It says it's in April. It says Happy Easter, Happy Friday.
Yeah, well, today is also Friday.
Okay, right, not Easter.
So
I'm not very good with holidays. I don't know when they happen and when they don't until people tell me.
All right. My daughter, Jennifer Schwab, my daughter Sydney's baby daddy is having his hand tattooed, lasered off.
Ouch.
To be accepted into the military. It will take a few treatments.
Yes, it does. It takes about 6 weeks. 6 months.
Can I finish this question?
Yeah, sure. I'll let you.
Jesus. They're a month apart each. Do you see him leaving? Hopefully sooner.
It depends on how much color there is in the tattoo. So my middle daughter is having a tattoo lasered off. The black one, red is the hardest, and then the different colors in each layer is of color is a different
light spectrum,
and it's a different tattoo. So do I see him leaving sooner? If it's faded enough, the Americans are so desperate to have soldiers that I suspect if it's faded and he's getting it taken off, they will take him. So 65% chance that he will go sooner, 45 obviously not. Sorry about that. It'd be a blessing for everybody if he left sooner.
Aye. Terry asks, may I ask how my work annual interview is going to go for me? I'm earning too little and driving too much to do my job. Depending on what they're offering me, I may leave the company. Thank you.
In May, okay. I see a lot of 3s and some 4s, so that's pretty decent. Will they offer you extra? I think, unfortunately, I see it's right on the line between yes, I will, and no, I won't. So you will have to make up. You will have to make up your mind in May whether it's sufficient or not, because it's right on the edge, and you go, can I make it on that or can't I? Because you want to have a standard of living where you have a little bit extra so you can enjoy yourself, and the driving time is important. If you don't have if your car smucks out or something, and you haven't got enough money to fix it, then that is a huge question. So I'm sorry I can't give you a definitive because the answer is right on the line. Talk to them, explain it to them. Maybe they will bump it up a little bit.
Andre asks, hello, Elisha. Any advice from Spirit for my upcoming music release / shows? Thank you a lot.
Okay. Well, this you already know. Put your heart into it. Make sure your costumes for the shows are right on. They showed me a skirt that was a little shorter than I would wear, but would go fit right into a show. Be even if you're not feeling bouncy that day, be bouncy, be full of life, be the life of the show because that's what you are. And when you sing, put your heart into it, put your soul into it, and people will react to the soul part of the energy, to the part where there I see them giving you a standing ovation with you do it from the heart, if you do it from the soul, and you will send out a whole bunch of energy when you do that. And it's like I can see energy pop, 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 pop right through the back. And it's like a wave goes through the audience. And you will be authentic, be who you are. Like I was talking about earlier in this video, be who you are. And that authenticity will come through in your music, and you will have them so delighted to be part of your show. I'm so glad they came. That you'll do great. I see you doing great. All right.
Tay says, I did tell him yesterday
Smart
not to
lady.
take on my energy. I'm hoping the mass isn't cancerous. The vet said we would have to try chemo if it is, but the chemo doesn't always work.
There's other things you can do besides chemo. I would Google, because especially with an animal, I would Google natural ways of healing. There are a lot of them out there. A lot of really good ways of helping helping the body work. I'm pretty certain that if you look around, you can find naturopathic vets. So I don't feel it. I don't feel it as cancerous. I just feel it as maybe something got in there, bruised it, because I see pus and blood, but it doesn't look black. Okay.
She adds, thank you, and can you send some healing energy towards him, please? I've been trying to stay calm and not cry in front of him. He's only 3, and I'm hoping he is able to get through this and live a long, happy, healthy life.
Yes, I don't see him leaving, actually. I think he plans on staying around. Okay.
Maria Herrera asks, hello, what do you see coming for me in money matters? Thank you.
So the first word I got, work under the table. If that's potential where you are, the work under the table, I'm not sure what you can do under the table. Maybe sell pack lunches to men who live on their own and they can't make they don't do a good job of making lunches for themselves. I don't know. I always go back to cooking with you because I just know you're a great cook, and I do see that you do need extra money. I do see that, and but all I can see is look for a way of working under the table. And I don't know what you can do under the table. I don't know enough about where you are, but something that you can work from home, and you are
Our yogurt's done.
Our yogurt's done. That's the beeping. Something you can work under the table and work at your own time. So if you wake up in the middle of the night and you can't sleep and you go, what am I going to do? You go out and work for half an hour, and things like that. But unfortunately, I don't see you winning a lottery. Ooh, I wish that for you though. All right.
Jennifer adds, his is black and green. Yes, it will be more peaceful once he's gone. My daughter is ready for him to leave. My family gets angry when his energy is around. I will keep praying.
That's sad.
Andre says, thank you. That was so encouraging. Tay says, I had a feeling it wasn't, but since I'm emotionally attached, I wanted to ask for confirmation.
Oh, no kidding. I'm the same way. And Erin says she's planning to go to a shrine.
Oh, yeah, I meant to go back to that.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Okay, so that's 26 minutes. That's pretty good.
Yep.
It's funny when Erin, when I see you in Japan, I see this rays of light coming through, and you're looking up through the trees and seeing the light and just feeling good. I think it's going to be an eye opener, but I think it's a big, huge release, and you feel really good about yourself. And Japan is a beautiful country, and we love the Japanese food.
I've been subscribing to Boxu. For anyone who's curious, it is a Japanese snack box,
which is delicious.
Sends delicious food and
delicious snacks.
A little booklet on where everything comes from, what parts of Japan it comes from, and what flavors
and they have cookies and goodies that are so different from Canada.
It is so delicious.
Yeah, they have a rice cracker that's sweet and salty, and it's so good. And their tea, we had a green tea that's got a whole bunch of body in it that I just really liked a lot.
Erin says, me too. I'm obsessed with Japanese snacks. So are we, honestly.
Yeah. We really enjoy them a lot.
They're it is the perfect amount of sweet and savory. It is not overly sweet, not overly savory like it is here in North America.
Yeah.
And it's different and delicious. Anyone who's curious, go for it. They don't know we exist, but hey.
Yeah, I have matcha. I put it into my bran muffins because my bran muffins are full of really healthy stuff. and so I put matcha into my bread. I put everything in that's really good for you. And it still tastes good.
Sorry. It's kind of like you're hinting that some ingredient might not make it taste good. When you say, and it still tastes good.
Well, I put so much really healthy food into it that sometimes it ends up being just food.
Yeah, no.
But not food for the soul, but it's still food for the soul.
Even our boy, Tully, who is this most picky eater in the world, not even kidding.
Oh, he won't eat unless his sister eats it first, and then he'll eat it.
She's his poison tester. Not even lying about that either. But when Mom starts making her
bread muffins,
he starts jumping on me, going, "Muffin, muffin, muffin!"
Yeah, and he's not a light little boy.
He really isn't. I'm perma bruised half of my body.
Yeah. He learned not to jump on me after I broke my arm, though.
Well, because he'll get in trouble if he does.
Yes, that's true. Anyhow, we've been on 39 minutes. We've had a blast, and yes, it is good for me. And my daughter gave me a bag of matcha for my birthday, so I have
months ago.
So I have it.
Jennifer Schwab says thank you for
Oh,
your
so I'm on the algorithm. Cool. Sorry, go ahead.
Jennifer. Oops, sorry, beans. Jennifer says, "Thank you, ladies, for your time and energy. Have a wonderful weekend. Many blessings, love, and light. Namaste." And as I wanted to mention, since you did the cards for the 30th of March, I've seen you a couple of times in the algorithm. So glad.
I did them for tomorrow too, by the way.
Like, share, and comment.
Please.
But be nice.
Well,
Otherwise, you get
that's
the
all right.
L
You don't have
treatment.
to be nice. I'll just delete you.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, if you're not nice, you'll get the L treatment. And I come by it honestly, ladies and gents.
That's true. Sure. Okay, so I'm going to hang up now. So thank you, Tete, and good luck with Rin. Namaste, namasko, and I love you, and you I do love. And bye. It's been a blast. Probably see you sometime on the weekend because sometimes I get bored.